Yo, what's up guys, it's ApTreX here. In today's video, we'll be taking a look at the brand new version of Nyushu Emulator Android, which is official Nyushu Emulator version 34. Now this update has been released after a month of waiting. Finally, the Nyushu Emulator is back. Now right here is the changelog of all the stuff that has been improved or changed in this brand new version. Fixed resolution, updated submodules, fixed logo, removed some unnecessary stuff, fixed controller, fixed NVDEC typo, and some internal changes. Along with that, finally Q launch has been fixed on firmware 18.1.0. Along with that, remove memory usage in indicator, read and write external enabled, and so on. Now if you guys don't already know about Nyushu Emulator, it is the most highly customizable Nintendo Switch emulator for Android devices, and right here you'll be able to see the welcome theme has been changed. So let me quickly set it up and I'll be back. The setup process of Nyushu Emulator is just like setting up any other Nintendo Switch emulator for Android. The device which I'll be using in today's video is the Realme GT7 Pro, and you'll be able to see the custom Nyushu Emulator wallpaper and theming has been added. Now this wallpaper is actually quite bothersome, I'm not going to lie, because just take a look at this. The overlays are getting covered. Now if I just go ahead and scroll down and go to the theme section, and here I'll just go ahead and set the theme as Material U, you will be able to see that finally the Nyushu Emulator theming has been fixed. So that needs to be fixed ASAP in the upcoming next update of Nyushu Emulator Android. The original default app theme is completely horror, I'm not going to lie. I have no idea why the developers decided to do that, but nonetheless, let's start applying the best settings for the Nyushu Emulator Android. Now there used to be a section here inside this emulator which had additional settings that you could change for possibly better compatibility or better performance. Now that section has been removed. As I can see, limit speed percentage will set it to 400%, and I'm unsure about which version of Yuzu or Sudachi or even Citron is being used as the base version for this build of Nyushu Emulator Android, because there have been multiple builds of Nyushu Emulator. Some have used Sudachi emulator, some have used Citron, some have used Yuzu Early Access. In terms of VSync mode, make sure to set it to mailbox. The resolution which I have set is 0.5x. Afterwards, scroll down, aspect ratio, set it to stretch to window. Make sure to enable these three options. In terms of debug settings, as usual, native code execution has been enabled, and that's about it. In terms of custom graphics driver, you can import the latest Mesa Turnip Adreno driver version 25.2.0 revision 1. Now this is pretty amazing as it provides better compatibility and performance on Snapdragon processor Android device. Nonetheless, as the device which I am using does not really have Turnip driver support, we'll go with the default graphics driver. Once that has been done, I want to check out the Applet Launcher's Q launch feature. For that, I'll import my firmware and I'll be back. Once the firmware has been imported, you'll see the Applet Launcher feature has been unlocked, and now we can access the Q launch feature. So let's just go ahead and launch Q launch, and I can notice the on-screen touch controls have also been changed. Just these two buttons, and all of these other buttons have been switched back to the old layout, which I am unsure of what's going on in this build of Nyushu Emulator. Only the developers know. As far as I know, the old Nyushu Emulator team has already quit. The one who actually created this emulator and added actual improvements. Now it is just being updated by some other supporters. Other than that, you will be able to see the Q launch is not actually working because I am using the firmware 19.0. I think only firmware 18.1.0 works inside the Nyushu Emulator Android. Now here comes the main part, the part which we all are interested about. How well does this emulator actually work? For today's video, I'll be testing out Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu, so let's get started. I have tried out Pokemon Sword many times in Nyushu Emulator, and it always gave me around 30 to 45 FPS, which is actually playable. In terms of Let's Go Pikachu, we have always seen less FPS, so we'll go to controllers, make sure to enable controller as player 1 and select the controller type as handheld. Once that has been done, now we can start playing the Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu. So here we go, our game is about to start. One thing which I want to see is the overlays option. Here you can see thermal indicator has also been added, where it says, let's see, it is actually sad for some reason. Don't be sad, man, it's okay, it will be alright. So here we go, we have set the speed percentage to 400, that's why we are getting 120 FPS I believe, as you'll be able to see at the top left corner. Now there is a bug inside Yuzu Emulator Android, where if you just go ahead and type the name and press OK, the Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu crashes. So to fix it, you'll need to import your game save. So I'll just go ahead and go back, close this game, and make sure to import the Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu save data. Once the save has been imported successfully, we'll just go ahead and tap on the start button, afterwards tap on global, and here we go guys, our game is about to start. So there we go, Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu, we are getting about 120 FPS at the top left corner. Now as soon as we tap on begin game, you will be able to see We are inside the game now and we have skipped the naming part as well as beginning cutscene by just importing a save file. Now is the moment of truth. How much FPS do we get after exiting the house? All the folks of Yuzu Emulator are pretty terrible in running Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu. We don't get more than 30 FPS in this game, but let's see if Snapdragon 8 Elite can extract more than 30 FPS. Surely enough guys, in this brand new version of Nyushu Emulator, we are not getting 20-25 FPS, we are actually getting around 40 FPS, which is definitely an improvement. Trust me guys, I have tried out so many emulators. I know Let's Go Pikachu is one of the least optimized games that you can actually try out inside any folks of Yuzu Emulator, but right now the performance which I am seeing is pretty decent. Now we are getting about 54 FPS and this is in full screen resolution for some reason, even though I had selected 0.5x graphics resolution. So I guess even the graphics resolution stuff does not work, which is pretty interesting. Though I want to mention few things, there are no crashing issues, there are no graphical issues, and the gameplay is completely stable. So do let me know in the comment section down below what do you guys think about this brand new version of Nyushu Emulator Android. Personally speaking, the theme is pretty bad, but I can indeed see the performance is decent. So anyways, I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Hit that subscribe button, turn on all notifications. Goodbye.